Changing gears and turning to our weather now, the sun and heat made its return today to parts of eastern Carolina. Chief Meteorologist Star Derry is tracking just how long either will stick around in her first alert forecast. Star?
Yes, and Courtney, we will be tracking some more rain later in the day tomorrow. But before we get to that, I did want to let you know that tonight is our next full moon. It's a super moon, in fact, so going to be one of the brightest of the year. This is going to be called the buck moon. Every month, the full moon has a different name, kind of representing what's going on that time of the year. This month it is the buck moon because this is the time of the year that a buck's antlers tends to grow most rapidly. So for tonight, the weather not looking too bad. We will be partly cloudy, but those clouds should be broken enough that you'll be able to get a peek of that full moon in between. The moon going to rise just a few minutes before the sun does set this evening around 8:30. So we'll be watching for that being in the 80s at that point and then the 70s overnight. Now, of course, we do also have king tide. We're watching the rip risk be heightened along the coast as well. Northern Outer Banks, yellow flags today, and then red flags all along the central and southern Outer Banks. Crystal Coast also at that moderate yellow level. We're continuing to track the tropics. A little bit of a disturbance right along the Gulf Coast. Doesn't look to be a concern right now. Small probability that that does continue to come together over the next 5 days. We've already checked off the first 3 names on the list, so next up will be Danielle. Courtney?
Absolutely something for all of us to be ready for.
Yes, we'll continue to watch that very closely and update you as necessary.
All right.
Wow, did you see the end of that when it went over his head?
Yeah, he must have been terrified in that moment.
Just watching this video, that is so scary. Look at that, it explode toward him, and you think it's gonna stop before it gets to him because we have this video, but sure enough, if we keep this rolling, you're gonna see that just pop over his head. And you said he broke away from the group to get this?
Yeah, he said he stepped back.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Look at how close this comes right at him.
He really took a risk there, but I mean, incredible footage.
Wow.
But what a memory. I mean, I can't imagine
What a
the
memory. Look
terror.
at, there it comes. Here, watch this just pop right over his head. I just can't even imagine the fear.
Oh.
That's scary.
He describes being inside of a blizzard.
Wow. Yeah, that would definitely be how you would describe it.
Yes.
Just incredible. Well, Courtney, no snow here. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's not here at all.
Yes, not going to be dealing with any of that, but we do have more rain on the way. Take a look at the potential rainfall as we do get into tomorrow night, really tomorrow late afternoon into the evening. We could see between 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain pushing through the east. And then we'll also have a couple more spotty showers on Thursday and Friday. Nothing that's going to be a washout, but overall through the end of the week we could add up another inch plus of rain across eastern Carolina. So here's the timeline. For the rest of this evening, really should be quiet and rain free, just partially cloudy. Of course, we do have the full moon tonight, so try to get a peek of that in between the clouds. Now, as you do head out the door first thing Wednesday morning, we're going to be partially cloudy with those temperatures in the upper 70s, so warm start again. By lunchtime, many of us are not only in the upper 80s, but the low 90s once more, so back to normal after a couple of cool days. And at 2 p.m. and beyond, we could see a couple of storms firing up. Look at all that dry time though. Most of Wednesday is going to be rain free. It'll really be in the late afternoon and evening. Here's 5 p.m. Couple of storms continuing to develop, and then even as we get past sunset, we'll see more coverage out of this. So rainy for our Wednesday night, and then could see a few of those storms lingering into Thursday morning. This is 6 a.m. waking up to some rain moving through, and then as the morning goes on, the coverage on that rain really tapers off, so we'll just be left with a few additional spotty showers or storms for the rest of the afternoon. Live view right now, dry, rain free from our pirate cam. We are sitting at 90 degrees though. That is right where we should be this time of the year. The breeze is up from yesterday. We're holding that wind out of the west southwest about 14 miles an hour. Dew points also up, that humidity continuing to rise. Air temp right now for Plymouth 90 degrees, same in Windsor. 89 Williamston, 89 in Washington, 91 Oriental, 84 Beaufort, and there's 83 in Jacksonville. Way warmer than yesterday, certainly warmer than on Sunday when we broke the record for the chilliest high temp for that date, 710 going in the record books this year. Dew points are climbing. We're back up into the 70s across most of the region. That's normal for our summer, of course, feeling that humidity pumping up, and we're going to see these continue to stay fairly high through the next couple of days. Heat indices back well into the 90s, and we do have some triple digits on the board again. 103 is what it feels like right now in Plymouth, 102 Oriental. gentle, still feeling like 92 for New Bern. Let me take you into the 8-day. Lots going on here. We will see a lot of dry hours throughout our Wednesday, but as I showed you, Wednesday late afternoon and Wednesday night, we will be rainy. Then Thursday and Friday, just a few spotty storms, nothing that's going to be a washout. Looking ahead at the weekend, few showers on Saturday, but Sunday does look pretty good. We'll be in the upper 80s for most of us, right along the coast, the low 80s, partly to mostly cloudy sky, but the rain chances are much lower than last weekend.
So that's the day to make your plans.
Yes, I would say that'll be your best bet this weekend.
All right, thanks, Star.